Hi everyone, Carin Rockind here with a purposeful Monday about how to get what you really, really, really want in life. There seems to be a theme, I feel like, this week with my clients and in my own personal life about wanting something so badly and yet some sort of physical reaction, something happening, or some sort of behavior where we're just not getting what we want. And so I wanted to address that this week, and I'll use myself as an example. So I remember years ago, 2009, I had just gone through a breakup, and I was writing in my journal, I say I want this healthy, beautiful, committed relationship. So why is it not happening? What is going on here? And of course, I wanted to blame all of the old stories in my life about, well, my family was like this, or I grew up like that, or of course, he was this, or he was that. Or I felt a lot of shame about myself and maybe things I had done wrong in the relationship. And I happened to be reading an amazing book by Debbie Ford at the time called The Right Questions. And if you haven't read any of Debbie Ford's work, please go do so. And she actually recently passed away. And so I recommend that you just, get all of the wisdom from her that you can. Anyway, this book is all about how you know right questions to ask yourself about what you should do in life. And one of the things that she says in that book is that when we say we really want something, and yet it is not happening, what she believes, and makes a lot of sense to me, is that while we say we want this thing, we likely have a deeper internal commitment to something else, perhaps the exact opposite. The example she uses in her book is someone who says that they want to lose weight, and yet they're not, and they keep eating the donuts or not exercising. And to ask yourself, if I say I want this, what deeper commitment do I have to myself? And in that example, it might be, I have a commitment to just do whatever the heck I want, or to eat what I want. So at that time in my life, I wrote in my journal from 2009, so if I say I want this deep, committed, healthy, beautiful relationship, what other commitment might I have? What is going on with me? What agreement have I made with myself that is getting in my way? And I meditated, and I wrote in my journal then, because I have a deeper commitment to being totally, 100% completely free, to being independent, to just proving to the world that I can do it by myself. Well, of course, then I'm not going to have the kind of relationship I want if I also have a deeper commitment to being free and independent. Because relationships require some level of depending on another and being vulnerable to someone else and opening ourselves up into doing things together. And so one of the things that I feel like has come up for me recently is looking at where did that deep desire to be free and independent come from? And again, not blaming anyone else and not feeling shame for myself, but what fear? What is the fear of not being free? Right? So you can flip your fear. What is the fear of not being free? What's the fear of being vulnerable? The fear of being dependent? And then underneath that fear, what I'm finding is that usually we have some sort of very deep core belief about ourselves that we developed when we were so young. We could have been 8, 5, 2, pre-womb, whatever it was. And for me, what I've realized is that under that deep commitment to be free, the deeper core belief was that if I'm in a relationship, then I can't still have my full power. It's going to take it away from me, that I'm powerless. In a relationship, I can't be and do everything I want to do. When in my mind, I know that that's not true, but that was a deep belief that I was carrying in every bone of my body. So recently I've been through this amazing process to look at that core belief and really get in touch with the little girl who believed it. It wasn't her fault. She built that defense mechanism for some reason. And so what I've learned to do is to start talking to her and talking to little Carin and saying, what are you afraid of? And she'll tell me, I'm scared, I'm alone. I feel like I'll be powerless. And I'll be able, as an adult now, to pull her up onto my lap and give her a big hug and say, you have all your own power just by being. You are not alone, and you are totally worthy. And I love you so much. And in doing that, the fear begins to dissipate. And the dream is closer. So what I hope you get this week is a way that you can begin to get what you really want in life, which is one, looking at if there's some sort of deeper commitment to yourself that you're not even consciously aware of. Like I was committed to being free and independent. And then two, getting in touch with the little person inside about why you had that deeper fear, why you had that deeper belief, what was the true core underneath it. And once you get to that core, you can really set it free by telling your younger self that you got her back. So with that, I hope that this has been a helpful lesson for you. I know it's been a helpful lesson for me. I hope you have a wonderful week, that you live purposefully, you love yourself, and you love life.